Big story to start with. Members of the president's cabinet under fire after mistakenly discussing war plans on a text thread with a journalist. The editor-in-chief at Atlantic Magazine says National Security Advisor Mike Waltz invited him to the group chat where Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and others planned and debated a military strike in Yemen. NewsNation's Robert Sherman has the latest from Washington this morning. Robert, this is the kind of story that just makes you go, how does this happen in the first place? What's the White House saying this morning?
Yeah, Markie, definitely one that we're all watching very carefully here, with the White House playing some defense this morning in light of this reporting from The Atlantic, contending that their editor-in-chief was inadvertently added to a group chat with top administration officials to discuss strikes on the Houthis in Yemen. I'll read a part of the article for you. This is from Jeffrey Goldberg. It says, quote, "The world found out shortly before 2 p.m. Eastern time on March 15th that the United States was bombing Houthi targets across Yemen. I, however, knew 2 hours before the first bombs exploded that the attack might be coming. The reason I knew this is that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, had texted me the war plan at 11:44 a.m. The plan included precise information about weapons packages, targeting, and timing. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth denying the reporting and hitting back at the credibility of The Atlantic and the reporter." Take a listen.
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist. I've heard I was characterized. Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that.
But then there's this statement from the NSA. It says, quote, "At this time, the message thread that was reported appears to be authentic, and we are reviewing how an inadvertent number was added to the chain. The thread is a demonstration of the deep and thoughtful policy coordination between senior officials." That's a statement from the National Security Council, with the White House saying this morning that they still have the utmost confidence in their national security team. Markie?
Yeah, responses just flooding in over this story. Robert, what's the president saying this morning?
Well, he was asked about this from reporters, and this was the response that President Trump had to all of this. Take a listen.
We're using Signal to coordinate on sensitive materials and
having to do with what? Having to do with what? What were they talking about?
With the Houthis.
The Houthis? You mean the attack on the Houthis? Right. Well, it couldn't have been very effective, because the attack was very effective. I can tell you that. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time.
And that is a stance that we have heard from the White House, is that they're defending the attacks on the Houthis, saying that they remained effective and they remained top secret until the moment that they happened, and there wasn't any intelligence leaking that directly put those troops in danger or anything to that capacity. So the White House looking into all of this, but at this juncture still standing by the team that they've assembled here.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.